This is Dabu7 with an earthquake update. We did have reports here recently of an earthquake, I believe around a magnitude 3, that was in North Korea. Now, this isn't it, but it was said to be another test that went off. China was saying there was possibilities of it, and we had witnessed some decent quakes right off the coast of Japan. Now, where we've been seeing a lot of activity since the big quake that hit Mexico, and even before then, was off the coast of Mexico and Guatemala down here in this pinch point of the plates. You can see we've had a 5.7 that hit in this region as well. We had another decent quake in Swarm that hit right off the coast of Chiapas down here. And of course, we had the big quake that had hit near Mexico City. Now, as of right now, we're not seeing any other quakes in that area. But what I have noticed is the regions all the way up through Baja have been extremely quiet for some time. The area where the 5.8 hit has been quiet as well. Right out here near the Juan de Fuca Plate, runs off of Northern California here. And there was a 3.8 that hit in Oklahoma that was listed as a 4 to begin with, but the swarming around Yellowstone continues. The Soda Springs swarm is ongoing, and this map is only showing part of the activity. As here is a look over on USGS that is showing recent quake activity, and you can see all the way down through Idaho Falls here recently. There's been ongoing swarming. Now, nothing major, nothing heading toward the caldera, which is a good sign. But reports yesterday were saying that the Popocatépetl volcano in Mexico actually erupted with an ash plume. This was following the big quake that hit in the region. So sometimes these big quakes do have an effect on volcanoes and magma on the move. And I mean, that big earthquake hit, it wasn't a massive eruption down here of the volcano, but it did erupt. And in Africa a few years ago, I witnessed the same thing. Smaller quakes, 3 to 4 range, marching toward a volcano. Once it hit the dome of it, it exploded. And it was a pretty good eruption. But as of right now, the swarming still continues here in Soda Springs. Utah seeing a 3.3. And I just put out a video here recently talking about preparation for the big one here in the United States, because we've got a lot of areas that are overdue. New Madrid being one. Obviously, we have the whole Cascadia that runs down, and then the San Andreas Fault that comes down through here and into the Salton Sea, which is where it ends, breaks apart, and then picks back up right here. So the Salton Sea is always an area that I keep an eye on for swarming or any other kind of strange earthquake activity. But that is some of the latest here in terms of earthquakes. I will continue to update if we see any large earthquakes causing any other damage to other areas. But as of right now, that's where it sits. I'll leave links below. This has been Dabu7 with an earthquake update.